finished dancing now, John?
Yeah, sure. For now.
Having a little disco moment there.
Yes. Well, good afternoon and welcome to Bearded Veteran Creates Viewers Panel Show. It's something we do each Monday where myself, Gary and John get together and you guys can come up and have a chat with us and do a bit of modelling, or you can just chat in the chat if you want. It's up to you. Free and easy, make what you want, talk about what you want within reason, obviously. Yeah. So what are you two been up to? John's been drinking and watching. That's what I was going to ask you. Why were you watching the live stream whilst you were at your family's wedding reception?
I was doing what you do, pretending you're watching somebody that you may or may not be your friend to support them when you're actually leaving that on the table, going off and dancing and stuff like that. No, I was tuning in a bit. I was staying sober. I was a designated driver, so I just thought, "What's Mikey doing?" Oh. It saves me looking up all these things like world politics and stuff like that. It's just more fun than that, isn't it?
Oh well, I love you too.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather watch world politics, Mikey. But you're nearly as good as say Parliament questions or whatever you call it over there. PMQs.
Yeah.
Yeah, PMQs.
And what about you, Naffy Guard?
Well, I've been up. Started already. It's just unbelievable. I've just been doing the usual stuff, really. Spraying stuff, putting my Tiger Moth together, spraying my P40 140 8 scale P40, spraying my Martin Baker tank buster that I finished building. Just general stuff, really. And today I shall be mostly painting my castle.
Excellent.
Because I haven't painted it yet, so I thought I'd get on and do that because it would be quite diverting and quite an interesting and different thing to do.
Yeah, it's coming on nice.
Other than that, not much really. Getting very angry at a certain Margate-based company for their not terribly good moulding at the moment. But other than that, same old, really.
Yeah, when I was watching
I do have a chap coming around today to talk to me about my shed, my shed. So if like a few minutes before 4, I get a furious text from downstairs, it's because he's already arrived, and I'll have to go and chat to him. But he shouldn't be here until after 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was watching the members video on Saturday, and I saw you going on, I was like, "Oh shit! This is a good job. This is the private videos."
Yeah, but I didn't say anything on that I wouldn't tell Dale at Airfix to his face. And in fact, I will when I see him at Telford. I will tell him to his face. I might say, "Come on, Dale, let's go and get a coffee or something." Or one evening, "Come on, Dale, let's go and get a few beers," and I'll happily talk to him about it there, rather than shout at him about it. Because I worked out this is the 5th kit I've had from Airfix in 3 years that I've had to ask them for replacement parts because of moulding errors.
Yeah,
and that's not brilliant.
No, if it's damaged parts, you can understand it, but not moulding errors. That's basics.
Yeah, absolutely. It's basic quality control. I mean, you get moulding errors, you get them. That happens. If if you change the tool over, so you've got a different frame you're going to mould that day.
Yeah,
you have to heat the thing up, and that takes time. And so you start pumping plastic through just to get to that point. And okay, from now on we can just do it. And the stuff that comes out badly shot, well, certainly at Plastech down in New Haven, goes into a separate bin. It gets recycled. They chip it up and recycle it into the process. Brilliant. But it's because they do actually look at every frame that comes off and they compare it to a standard frame, which is painted like fluorescent green.
Yeah. So
any differences stand out immediately.
Yeah.
And then you leave it, and then the QC guy can look at that. But anything that doesn't show any, okay, that's cool, and that can go through production. But I don't know. Just a little annoying, and for when people and companies are saying, "Oh, this company's rubbish, that company's rubbish," or da-di-da-di-da, it doesn't help. Someone actually mentioned the other on my comments the other day think it was Crazy Loacher actually, who said it doesn't. It's no good carping about how good your spares service is. Why not get it right in the first place?
Yes.
It's a fair comment. Yeah.
Good point, actually. Your spares service should be efficient, but slightly underused, perhaps, in an ideal
It's
world.
supposed to be a just in case, not a replace.
Yeah, not a routine way of doing business.
No.
Anyway.
Sounds like,
Hey
yeah,
ho,
spoken like a true logistics expert that Crazy Lecher is.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly so. Exactly so.
Speaking of beer, I was looking up the hotel we're staying at for Telford, and it turns out it's actually like a pub/hotel. So the hotel is like the back part of the pub and the second floor, or whatever.
Oh dear.
So it means that
how awful for you.
I know. But it's got its own restaurant and everything, and it's literally about 100 meters away from a Domino's, which is cool.
Okay.
So it means that if we want to have a pint, we can sit in the bar and have a nice pint in a cup.
That
and we'll FaceTime John whilst we're there.
Yes. Would you?
Yeah, not when we actually get to Telford, just when we're in the pub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
So
okay, so what I've been working on very quickly, two things that are happening is the Guitari Tekken. Sorry, Shiny. Is that what you said? Right, let's move that aside. No, I'll just hold it up here. So it's been that's okay. Thought I got a bit of overspray there. I didn't. It's just been sanding, so I just touched it and got plastic on it. Anyway, it's all the masks are done. It's all painted. None of it's decals. So they're all in place. I'm just starting to clean that up a bit now. I've got the wheel spats on the inside covers and doing the exhaust stacks. Gunmetal. Well, they're not really gunmetal. It's burnt iron. Starting to get them done. So the next step is decals. The stencils. Doing that. A slow burn for that because love it. And the other one is the Hamden Valom Hamden I started last week.
Mm-hmm.
That one there. Handley Page Hamden B Mark 1. It's coming together. I'll change the camera. I won't take long, Mikey. Honest. Sweet. That one there.
I'm waiting.
It's the two halves are together. I'm just going around sanding that. That's okay. The wings are together. Things are painted.
It's so fun watching you trying to speed up.
Yeah, and then the thing that's going to suck, I think, is the transparencies because they don't fit. Like that goes on there. Looking at the screen.
Faster.
Right, it's significantly wider than the fuselage. I think by about the width of the clear part. In fact, one of the comments on the review of this I did on YouTube. One of the guys says, the transparencies don't fit, especially the side glazing. I'm just thinking, yep, so that'll be the main problem with it then. But I'm doing that, and I'll be pottering with this tonight because, the other one's just going to happen. And I'll enjoy that, but I'll frustrate the hell out of myself with this one because I can.
And I see
do some comments, Mikey. A sticker? I have a sticker.
He has a new sticker.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Which looks familiar.
It does.
So let's go through the comments. Oh God, my chest is hurting today.
that wasn't a comment.
Veteran. No, that's just me saying my chest is hurting. Bearded Veteran says, first comment, ha, take that, Pinky and Perky. Laugh out loud.
Nice.
Better Looking Marley says, Mikey, you can't take the gold medal for the first comment when it's your channel, but I can. And Bearded Veteran Kate says, I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Who is that imposter? I demand retribution. Julie says, first genuine comment by someone not in the video. And Tiff says, hello. Julian, laugh out loud. Akira said to me, he has to start walking slowly. I replied, I already am. 54 years and I'm still to take my first step. It's going well. He says, "Hi Tiff, that reminds me. Click like." Yes, please do. It'll
Indeed
help.
so.
Yes, we had a record high last Friday of 21 people watching.
Oh, crikey.
Excellent.
Sonic says, "Hello everyone." Hello, Sonic.
Hello.
Duke says, "Am I pinky or perky?" Well, I don't know. We'd have to ask your wife.
Pinky in the brain.
Duke,
Maybe the brain.
yeah. Duke says, "Today, all you beautiful people," because he's put D instead of G.
Why not?
Yeah. Sonic says, "I must be Porky." Jim says, "Afternoon, Sonic," and "Hi, Duke." Jim says, "Guten Tag, y'all," and he says, "A pleasant good afternoon, Modmin." He says, "Good afternoon, evening to all in chat." Discovering Thailand's in. He says, "Good evening, afternoon, everyone." Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
That must be your friend.
he's further down.
Is he?
Maybe it's a friend of a friend. Maybe he can explain later on.
Maybe. Thailand, eh? Julian says, "Afternoon, Jim." Oz Scale Modeling says, "Hey everyone." Hello, Oz.
This is he. That's Peter.
Peter.
Peter, Oscar Modeling lives in Thailand.
There we go.
Nice.
Jim says, "Hey Peter, good morning, evening to you, and welcome." Julian says, "Hi Thailand, Oz." It sounds like a film. Yellow Brick Road. Duke says, "Good day, Julian." Jim says, "A pleasant good afternoon, evening to our three gracious hosts." Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Hello.
Oz says, "Hi, Jim." And Duke says, "Good day, Oz Scale Modeling." Jim says, "Gary Stuff, your straightforward critique of the quality issues with the Hamden was spot on, Gary. You're absolutely right on all points, mate."
That's good to know. It's a little bit of a rant, but you know.
To be fair, it was funny though. The way you ranted, it was quite funny. Oz says,
I quite enjoy it.
"Yeah, see, if people joined your membership, they would get the free video
Weekly rant.
Video. Yeah. And you would see the full-on rant that he had on Saturday about it.
That was good.
The one he put in the video today was tame compared to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Join Gary's channel. You can see more rants every week.
Yeah. See him channel his inner Basil Fawlty.
Oz says, "Good day, Duke." Tiffany says, "Afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining. Can I ask, when speaking to someone on the stream, you stick to their username? Some have had friend requests from random people on our personal Facebook pages." Yes, please do. It'll be much appreciated. Duke says, "Good day, discovering." Julian says, "John is a designated driver in Oz, the one who's had less than 6 tinnies."
I did have about 6 tinnies, but that was very early on in the night. So I drank nothing but water.
That was before breakfast.
Hours. Yeah.
After dinner, he went on to the box wine.
I was sprung. I was sneaking a full bottle out, and the guy saying, "No, not you again. No, put it back."
Anyway. Julian says, "Tiff, you mean BBC for Mikey, etc." No, you because Mikey is my name on here. So if you switch off the comment a minute, modders, please. So if you got my name there, Mikey, Bearded Veteran Creates, Gary Stuff, and John Scone, if you stick to those, it'll be all right. What it is because people have been using both our first names and our last names, we're getting random friend requests off people that we don't know, because they're able to find our Facebook page and stuff by using that information. So please just stick to what's on the screen.
So having said that, I do refer to myself as, either the better or worse looking Marley and stuff. I don't mind using Marley on this.
Yeah.
And Gary has his surname on his YouTube channel, but I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Down to each individual how we deal with that. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. It's personal choice. Personally, I'd rather not have. I don't like. There's a few people on here that I speak to all the time on here, and that are on my Discord. I don't mind so much, but it's when I've got people that I've never spoken to on Discord, on YouTube, or anything, sending me friends requests and going, "Oh hi, I watch your YouTube channel stuff." I'm like, I don't know you.
Fair
I
enough.
don't want you seeing pictures of my kids and things.
Yep, you do you.
Jim says 5 kits in 3 years requiring replacement parts. That is not good batting average. No.
It's not.
Oz says not Airfix. Shh. Oz, oh no. Tiff says yes, Julian. Obviously, if someone's username is their actual name, then it's fair enough. Yeah. Jesus, I think the wife just topped us up.
Oh, I hope not.
It's all right. I think she just threw something down the stairs, or someone.
Well, it wasn't you. That's all right.
Oh no, it'd be a lot bigger bang than if it was me. Sonic
I
says
wasn't gonna say
basically, it's fine. I'm used to you. Sonic says basically avoiding last names. Yeah, if we don't use our last names on our channels, don't use them on streams, please. It's to protect our kids and things as much as anything as well, our families. Because you get some right weirdos out there. You get some in here like, but Julian says
we're
if the spares department is
weirdos,
busy,
so
yes, we are.
Yeah.
We were trained in weirdo tactics.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Julian says if the spares department is busy, it probably means the QC is below par. Yes,
does mean.
Absolutely.
AD says hello. Speaking of random friends,
Hello, AD.
Yeah. Hey, AD,
Hello,
how you doing, big man?
Yeah, he was docking a ship with one of the Moles for Heroes beneficiaries on today.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah,
he was using him as a bollard.
well, either that or using him as one of those big buffers, stop him banging into the dockside.
Oh, I see. Yeah, as long as AD doesn't get hurt, that's okay.
Thing is, AD's like a big rubber chicken, so when the ship bounces into him, he squeaks.
And probably parts too.
Oh, he's lovely.
Mm.
Dark Side says, hey, AD. He's probably got a battery when he comes on it.
Yeah.
Junior says, okay, Tiff, acronyms are us, BBC, SMT, and GS. Fits in well with the military backgrounds, yeah. Just don't call us CQMS or SGT, NGR, or MJR, even. Junior says, hi, AD. Jim says, happy Trafalgar Day to all in the UK.
Yes.
Unless you're French.
Or Spanish.
Or Spanish.
Yes. Phil says, afternoon all. Afternoon, Phil. And Julian says, Jim, especially if they're only 5 kits you've built, or they're the only 5 kits you've built. Yeah.
It's true that.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
a game changer.
Yeah. Well, it'd be enough that if you had only bought those 5 kits from Airfix, you'd go, you know what, I'm not bloody buying off this company anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what they're doing.
Exactly so.
Yeah. Sorry, go on, John.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I've never had a short shot kit of theirs. I've only had to use a spare department once, but it was missing off the sprue. I don't believe I lost it, but I've never found it. The spare part service is great, but yeah, it'd be better if I didn't have to wait for mail to come from the other side of the planet.
Yeah. I had the most random kit ever a couple of years ago off my dad. It was the Airfix, one of the Airfix Sherman kits.
Mm.
And literally, they took a design of a Sherman, and instead of making a kit to build that Sherman, they just went, okay, that sprocket, we've got one of those sprockets on the sprue for this Sherman, so we'll just put that whole sprue in. We've got another wheel on that sprue for that Sherman, so we'll put that sprue. And it was literally like 10 sprues, just random bits. If it had another hull in it, you could have built another Sherman. It was ridiculous. The amount of spare parts I got off it is mental. And you think, you just wasted money. They've wasted profit. Oz says, hit that like. Please do. Be much appreciated. Timothy says, good day, all. Good day, Timmy.
Timbo.
Hey, Timmy.
Timmy with the kitty ears. Duke says, oops, good day. June says, I had a record high once. That's 2 weeks I won't get back. June says, in my honest opinion, it's not a rant when it's justified. Yeah, that's true. Duke says, good day, Tim. Adi says, I wouldn't say I was random. You're lovely, aren't you, Adi? You got lovely chubby cheeks, and you lad. June says, random
Dear
friend. I'm sorry, Adi. Don't kill me. Don't eat me. June says, random friend, lol. Yeah, but you had the decency to actually get to know me on my Discord as well first, Julian. AD says, no, they use me to pull them in. So are you saying they use you for a tug?
Ew.
Hello.
On to the next comments.
That could definitely have been better placed, that one.
Julie said, fair point regarding privacy. Well made, Mikey. Mind you, Facebook has a habit of randomly sending friend requests. Gary,
Sure
you
does.
probably recall last week it suggested one friend. I friend one of your neighbours. Yeah, that's the friend
That's
of a
right,
friend
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the friend of a
Weird.
friend thing. But I've literally had friend requests off people that have got no connection with me whatsoever.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And like I say, I've got my stepkids on there and things like that. Yeah, and my wife and personal stuff. Adi says, what happens down the dock stays on the dock. Wow, dock boy. You know what happened when Blackadder went down the docks, don't you? You have to tell a story. So you pretend to be my mum. Jerry says, for fuck's sake, Mikey, I've just eaten. Adi's giving tugs on the dock of the bay.
Oh, crap. I'm just disappointed I have too far to go for that.
What, you want to tug off Adi?
Well, I'm a simple man with simple wants. Moving on.
Are you going to book a hotel with Adi when he comes to Telford next year?
Anyway,
if
moving
you
on.
You realise
Moving
now,
on.
right? If you two walk into the Telford International Centre next year at the same time, we're all going to turn around and just stare at you. Because we all remember this day.
Yes. Anyway.
Hardly likely to forget it, are we? Let's be honest.
Well, no.
Well, I wouldn't afterwards, no.
I don't think Adi would either be traumatised.
Moving on.
What's even worse is he'd probably be asleep.
Oh.
Shit. Yeah. God.
I'm breaking my own channel. Bill says, what are friends? These three here. These are friends. These are friends, comrades, whatever you want to call them. Jim says, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, that's a bad basis for a relationship. You're a git and I don't like you, but you don't like the person I don't like, therefore I'll hang around with you.
When you put it like that.
Yeah, it's worked for me.
Yeah. Paul says, hello to all from Perth. Yes. Hello.
Good day.
Duke says, I have some lovely ladies send me requests. Are they?
You'll get a lot of that as well on Facebook if you're not careful.
Are they cease and desist requests? June says, I can tell a story. Please don't. Duke says, good day, Paul. He says, at least it don't look like Steve Martin's fan club. I sent Gary. I sent John some of my stickers the other day, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I wrote John's address on it and addressed it to Steve Martin.
Excellent.
Yes, and it arrived here. It's in the bin out the front now. I can't show you, but yeah, rest assured it was addressed to Steve Martin.
I just had, when I was
That's
writing
how much you valued it.
I just had this image of John answering the door and the postman standing there handing him the envelope, looking at it, going, "What the fuck?"
No, he'd say, "Yeah, I get it."
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
Just like our post. Here's a picture of the king. Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, he's in Australia at the minute. Isn't
He is.
he? Old Wingnut Wings himself. Julian says, Jim, that's why Finland ended up allied with the Axis powers in Second World War. That's the thing what SWW stood for then, because I've not seen it written like that before. Julian says, hi, Paul. And Jim says, Julian, good analogy, Julian. I don't know where that quote came from. However, it is a memorable one.
So, sorry, which quote are we talking about there? Was that the one about logistics? It wasn't, was it?
No, I think
I can't
The
remember.
one about your enemy and enemy of my enemy is my friend. So
That one,
I guess.
righto.
I'm guessing.
very probably. Oh dear.
Probably like Godfather 2 or something like that.
Yeah. The horse of my enemy is
Headless.
yes.
Headless.
The horse of my enemy is in his wife's bed. Right.
So,
on that note, let's get the invite to the chat.
Yes. So yeah, I'll just, while you're doing that, I'll just explain how this works for anyone who hasn't watched this before. On Mondays we tend to open up, well, I wouldn't say the floodgates, but open up the floodgates to all and sundry, and anybody who wants to join and sit at the bench and talk to us, tell us what they're working on, all that sort of stuff. Basically, if you want to come join us, come join us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it can be funny. Or it can be shit, just like the rest of this show. But
It can be slightly horrific.
We have the highest
Variable.
standards, I shall have you know. We have the highest standards.
Yes.
We'll,
What do you
we'll
mean
have less
we?
of this down talking.
Okay. Nah, it's
This
all
is a
good. Really
professional.
enjoyed the last chat.
Ooh.
I am.
all out of focus.
Why will I
There we go.
go with this? I think I'll put the wings on now because they're not gonna be fun, and I have to put them on at some point.
Gary, you're on Instagram,
Oh, yeah.
aren't you? Check out this guy on Instagram.
Vaguely. Okay. Will do.
He's 19 years old. He's doing an apprenticeship, but he is a fantastic scale modeler.
Excellent.
I'm not on Instagram because Facebook won't let me.
That's because you look like Steve Martin and they think you're trying to impersonate a celebrity.
No, because what happened was I was on it years ago, and then somebody else had the same name somewhere I think in Abu Dhabi, and he changed his password, so I got on the same account and changed it back, and we had this sort of war went on for about 6 months, and I got on to Instagram as it was before Facebook took them over, and never resolved it. So I figured, well, old mate can keep the name Job Scooter Man. I just can't get on there anymore. Idiots.
Ooh.
Okay. Well,
the Southampton Tug is on with us. Hello, AD. The Tug Master.
Hello, AD. How you doing, Missy?
Yeah, I've got a few things to say to you, twats. Mikey, I love you.
Yes, darling.
Wait till I see you at Telford.
I love you too. Right, I'm again a big hug.
John, you're fucking bear ugly, you fucker. John, no, you can't pay me enough money to do that.
No, that's all right.
No,
I'll
if
continue
I-
to do it myself.
if I did, mate, you'd need a doctor afterwards.
80. He wasn't
Yes.
80. He wasn't planning on giving you money. He was planning on waiting until you're asleep.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm the last person. I'm the last person you want to wake up.
yeah. Look, I think we're both safe. 80. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much safe, mate.
Righto.
But anyway, at least you don't look like Steve Martin's fan club this week.
Yes. There is that.
Only disturbing behaviour in the building.
Yes.
Yeah. I came onto that live session and was like, "What the have I been drinking?"
Hopefully that'll blue now. Oh, crikey.
But as I've got the afternoon off,
Ooh.
I thought I'd come and
Mr.
do some mayak oil.
Mr. Pither.
Mr. Pither. That's
Virgin.
The bold
that's just
American.
like Brotherhood without the BRO and no hood. It's a cycling tour, if anyone remembers that.
No.
Oh yeah, you should watch that. That was a 30-minute episode story with written by Palin and Terry
Palin.
Jones.
That was in the last series from memory. I think.
Hey,
never watched that
Sonic.
one.
Good morning. And good morning, Modman. Good morning.
Afternoon.
Or afternoon, excuse me. Everyone else is afternoon. I'm the slowpoke. I'm still behind everyone. So. Morning,
That's
80.
John's bedtime.
Or afternoon, 80, I should say. Good to see you, mate. How's the Ark Royal coming along?
Seeing as though you've said that, I wasn't going to say my last comment. Seeing as though you was nice and said good morning, I wasn't going to say, isn't that the normal place for you Americans is behind us Brits?
Say it again, please. I missed it.
I said, because
About
you
3
said,
years behind.
because you said good afternoon, I wasn't going to say my comment. I was going to say that, isn't that just like you Americans, always behind us Brits?
Okay. Yes. That's in this instance, the time, yes. You're right. Correct, sir. Yes. So what kit is that, the Ark Royal? Is that the World War II version?
Yeah, it's the 1939 one.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's cheap.
This one.
Oh, nice. Nice. So what's the story with that ship? I heard that she sunk, but she could have been saved, that it was due to poor damage control that she was lost. Is that correct?
What the hell?
No, it's because we wanted a new one.
No. Talking about the 1941 sinking when the U-boat hit her in the Mediterranean.
Yeah, it was because that was old. The 39 one got old, so we thought, yeah, let it go down. Then we can build a new one and call it Ark Royal.
Right. No, I was thinking about the World War II one that she I think it was
He's
in
pulling
November
your
of
leg,
41.
Jim.
She was torpedoed.
Jim, he's pulling your leg.
Well, I'm an American. I'm behind. I can use that as a defense.
Don't say that to Ady. We've already figured out what his plans are for John.
Do you want me to leave and come in again?
But anyway, that's the Ark Royal up for now.
says,
And she has got her railings on it now.
Oh, that's looking good, Eddie.
nice.
Can you go big screen on that? Mike?
Julian says, Mikey, I first saw SWD as an acronym in my master's. Apparently, it's an academic standard. Who knew? Not me, and I was 46 at the time. Nice, lady.
Okay, very good. Very
There's
good.
all the railings on it and everything.
Ship.
Yeah.
And because I decided it didn't have enough aircraft for the deck,
Yeah.
I went out and got some more.
Hey, excellent.
Nice.
Well, what? So they're one to 350 scale.
Yeah,
And what are they? What aircraft are they?
swordfish.
Swordfish.
Yeah,
String
and the
bag.
workout was going to be about that big. So just a bit bigger than your
Nice.
thumbnail.
Lovely.
And I decided 5 wasn't enough, so I got two more sets.
Nice. No
No.
comments.
Half past midnight. Okay.
June says, Jim, apparently the first use was in Latin. My friend, the enemy of my enemy. Then in 1884 was the first English use.
Thank you, Julian.
Always learn something here, don't we? It's great.
We do. It's great.
Okay. Well,
Yes, the first lesson we learned is watch what you say because people take it the wrong way.
Yes, AD, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
Especially at Telford, apparently. Duke says, it's technically morning here in Oz, Jim. Ha ha ha. It's midnight.
Yeah.
No, you're just being pedantic.
Well,
June says, next day, though, Duke. Sorry, go on, AD.
Well, it's 20 to 3 in the afternoon here. In good old Blighty.
Oh, blighty.
It is.
Sonic, how's the
June-
Mustang coming along?
Mustache.
Mustang.
Oh, the Mustang. Oh, it's still the same.
He's not touched it.
I've still not touched it yet. I'm waiting for Tiff to be able to give me a hand with it. The fiddly bits.
Okay.
I'm too paranoid in case I screw it up. I thought it said mustache.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's Jim that needs the subtitles, apparently.
No, but it's
Yeah, I'm the one that keeps calling Callum Camel, right, Mikey?
Oh, is Mikey gone?
No, he's still there.
He's
No,
muted.
I'm here, mate.
Okay.
Just talking to Kay.
Okay.
Just talking to my boss. Not that she likes me calling her that, but hey.
No. Crikey.
You know what? I'm going to make it 1.5 seconds. Jim says, is it still before midnight, Duke? No, it's 12:30.
No, it's after midnight, apparently. So happy Tuesday to you. Same with you, John. Is it past midnight by you?
It sure is. It's 0038 here.
Okay.
June says, no, we don't want you to leave and come back in, John. Who do you think you are? The Spanish Inquisition?
Nobody expects. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Oh, you're a kid.
It's
Jim
bloody
says,
hilarious.
sorry, Duke, not enough caffeine for me. Yeah, I know that feeling. Julie says, taking what you say the wrong way, it's better than being taken the wrong way.
Can you repeat that? You sounded quite muffled there.
Julie said, taking what you say the wrong way is better than being taken the wrong way.
Much better. Thank you.
Some people prefer that. I'm not here to
It's
judge.
fine.
Yeah, not I, said the cat.
Well, if you ask anyway.
Yeah. Consent is a whole good thing.
Who's
Yeah.
playing it right first?
Tends a whole good thing. Let's see. 1.5. Tall.
Oh.
Hmm.
I think this kid.
Surprise and fear are two chief weapons. Surprise and fear.
3 main fixes.
Three main weapons. Surprise, fear. Four main weapons.
And an almost fanatical devotion to I'll come in again.
Now,
You
for
let
the
go.
longest time, at
Cut
the end of that
me.
episode, when Palin comes in at the very end and he says, "No one expects," oh, bugger. Okay,
Oh,
now
in
at
the
the end,
courtroom.
for the
Yeah.
longest time, all of us kids here in America, when we would watch it, we thought he said, "Oh, booger."
Oh,
Booger.
really?
Yeah, we didn't. We had no idea. Oh, bugger was
Yeah.
another one of those
Julian-
things like Dave Allen jokes.
Julian says, I need Specsavers. I thought that said budgie scale modeler. Who makes scale budgies?
Scale model budgie smugglers.
Mm.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't change the speed of the banners. I don't think. No, you can't.
Come on.
Uh,
This is
Dave Cummins, the comedy sniper's in. He says our chief weapon is surprise, and fear.
And fear and surprise.
James says, "Lol, David."
We can quote it all night. It's one of the funniest things ever written by.
Yep, that's a good one. Yep.
As good as Shakespeare, I reckon.
Paul
Okay,
says
moving on.
it's only 21.39 in Perth. Australia is big. Yes, that's enough bragging there, John. Paul. I got you mixed up.
So, John, how's the Hamden coming along? That Vallum kit. What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, hey, let it all out. Gary did.
It's okay, as you could sort of see from that angle there. I'm using the cutting mat to straighten things up, but it's just going to, there's no locators for. See, if this was say a Tamiya kit, I'd imagine you'd have half a slot in the vertical stab and half in the horizontal stab, and you'd be able to just sort of slide them in. It'll be perfectly located. And yeah, this doesn't do that. So I'm even like putting that on before I put the wings on, seeing if that horizontal stab is level, and then straightening up the rest of it. And it's just, I wouldn't say it's a real struggle, but it's a bit of a struggle. The worst thing is going to be the clear part. So if I line that up with one side of the fuselage, it sticks out the other side, the width, the thickness of the glazing itself. So it doesn't fit.
Yes. Yeah,
So,
that's not surprising. I've heard a lot of Vallum's basically 50-50.
Yeah, as I probably said last stream, that I built their no. Oh, God, Duke's going to kill
Come on,
me.
John, you can do it, lad. Come on.
Wellesley.
Go for it, John.
Wellesley. I built their Wellesley. And it turned out looking pretty well, but it was in the bin about 2 weeks later because the undercarriage collapsed, and there was just no way I was going to get that back on straight again. Well, it's just they're not great, but as I say, until Airfix the other day, if it's the only show in town, then people will have to.
Well, you'll have the ICM 40A scale kit, which will be considerably larger.
And that would be a really nice kit too, because it's if this is that wide, 48 scale, it's only going to be that wide. It's going to be as thick as a canopy on a Spitfire.
So what aircraft is that, John?
It's a Handley Page Hamden. That one.
There you go.
It's
It's
very
just
vertical.
it's just the tail fins on it. It kind of puts me in mind of that. I forget the name of it. It's a huge, big like VTOL with big, massive props. So it takes off like that, and then at each end of the wings, the props rotate and fly straight.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that thing called again?
Well, the new one's the Osprey.
The Osprey, that's the one.
Yeah.
The tail just puts me in mind of the Osprey.
Quite a few fatal accidents with the Osprey.
They have, yeah. But mind you, they do. It's the Marines. They do get down low with those things, and
Yes, we heard that about the Navy. Dave Cummins says, "Fetch the comfy chair." Jim says, "Biggles, fetch the cushions."
That's it.
Biggles.
Cardinal Fang, you'll have to do it.
Turn the rack.
Tune says, "Sonic, does that mean your budgie is 1/24 scale?" On second thought, don't answer that.
No, actually, the real thing is actually only 1/10 scale in comparison to, but let's not go there.
Stop exaggerating.
All right, 1/15.
Dave Cummins says, "Surely the budgie scale modeler is a small bird that has a hobby." Well, maybe.
Yeah. Airfix did a couple of bird kits, apparently.
And next time John goes on a live stream with him, that's all he's going to think about. The budgie scale modeler.
Maybe I'll
worse.
accidentally.
Why would you have to say that? Why would you look at Steph and think budgie smugglers?
just as well.
Hello, Nick.
Constantly sending tweets.
Mystery Box Nick is in.
Yes, he is.
Hey,
Hello,
The
Nick.
king of conundrum.
Yeah.
Conundra.
Good afternoon, Nick.
Mm,
And welcome.
indeed.
And Gary, in your latest, Monday Matters, the parasol. I must have missed an episode of something or other. Was that not gifted by Nick? That was somebody else? How did that?
no, it was Nick's conundrum on the live stream last Tuesday,
Right.
and it's something I've actually really liked the look of for a long time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I can get really, really geeky about the aerodynamics of it because it is super cool.
Gary,
It's the most amazing thing.
how did it get lift enough to get off the ground?
Do you know, Jim? I'm
Jim,
very
try not
glad
to
you asked me
talk
that,
over
my friend.
people.
Now, you know that on a conventional aircraft wing, you've got low pressure on top, higher pressure on the bottom. That's it, yeah. And at the end of the wing, the higher pressure tries to sort of leak round the edge of the wing, and that spinning gives you the wingtip vortices that you see quite often.
Okay.
That trail from the edge of the wing, from the tip of the wing. Okay. And that loses a lot of energy because you're energizing air that you're not using anywhere else, and that's cool. And also, the slower you go, the more the higher pressure can leak round because it's got more time, if you like, to try and leak around. So the slower you go, the more that is. So this drag actually gets higher the slower you fly. So like when you're landing, you see these huge vortices generated because they've got time to. Now, if you've got a circular wing, that vortex can get really going quite quickly from the leading edge and spirals over probably about a third of the span on each side. So about 2/3 of the span have got these vortices spinning. And the good thing about vortex is it's spinning fast. And the faster the air is moving, the less pressure it can exert on the surface it's flying over. So it actually generates tons of lift by generating these vortices. Now that's how Concorde used to fly at low speed, because it had that really long strake along the wing, along the fuselage that was designed to encourage that vortex to generate. F-16s and F-18s have the same thing. They've got those long chines at the front. At low speed, they generate these vortices that give them really controllable lift at low speeds. So these circular wings are really, really good at low speeds. They are rubbish at high speed. They're absolute rubbish.
Yeah.
But up to about 200 miles an hour-ish, around that, depending on the size of the wing, up to about 200 miles an hour, they're pretty good. But what they give you, because they give you tons of lift at low speed, it means you can land in really, really short distances. And that Nemeth parasol could land in like 100, 200 feet.
Wow.
It's brilliant.
That's a great explanation.
So was it an experimental design?
Yeah.
And I
Absolutely,
guess it was just a one-off thing.
Well, I haven't seen a second.
Yeah, I haven't seen another one since. Yeah.
So
But
talking
you
about
had like the flying pancake, that naval thing that was designed with similar concepts, but it had the massive, great big air screws up front.
The image.
Yes,
comes to
so
my mind.
those air screws, again, they're energizing the air to spin over that top surface. It gives it really, really slow landing speeds for carriers and things like that.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to see some real crazy post-war experimental stuff, the National Museum of the United States Air Force in Dayton, Ohio, in their Cold War hangar, they've got 4 hangars, and each one represents a different time in flight. In their Cold War hangar, you can see all those crazy post-war designs where anything flew. The United States Air Force is willing to fund any kind of crazy design.
Well, also in those days, of course, they didn't have like the computer-based, what I call them CFD, computational fluid dynamics. They didn't have
fly-by-wire?
No, they didn't have things where you could put a design into a computer, and then the computer figure out how the air will fly.
Right, that would fly the plane.
Like a digital wind tunnel.
Yeah.
They actually eventually put them into small-scale wind tunnels, and they kind of worked. So they built one and said to some guy, "Okay, your job today is fly this." Oh, good, thank you. Yeah, And it's got an ejection seat. Let me just double check that.
Make sure my parachute works too. No, that's why the flying
There's some
wing.
amazing things.
Yeah, that's why the flying wing wasn't a viable design until they created fly-by-wire or computer
Absolutely.
aviation technology, because it was just too advanced. Even when they put jet engines on it in the early 50s, or I should say the late 40s. Excuse me.
This is always sorry.
It's
It's
like
always an
stable
educational
flight
sort of
rating, so-
live dish.
Well, it's fascinating stuff. Airframe and power plant. I mean, I don't know much about it, but I'm eager to learn. And when I talk about it with other people, yeah, my mind's wide open to listening, because it's a fascinating subject to me. I don't know if I could ever be a design engineer or go that far in understanding the principles of it all, but certainly studying it is interesting.
So there's a remarkable photo about airflow that I came across recently. It's actually a short on YouTube, but I can't find the short. But somebody on another page I'm on took a photo of it, of the video. So this is night vision. It's a heat
nice.
camera.
Oh, wow.
Of airflow from a C-130 Hercules. So you could see the heat, the light from the and the heat from the inside of the cabin, the two pitot probes on the front, the heat of the engines in the nacelles, which is very, very cool. But what's remarkable is the airflow coming from, so this scoop up here, that's the cabin pressurization outflow valve. And the one underneath that is the flight deck aircon pack. So the exhaust from that is, going through a turbine, so it's hot air. But because it's hot air, it's down the bottom of the fuselage, but it goes over the wing. Isn't that remarkable?
It's beautiful. That is really beautiful.
It did look better on because it was like, I think it's standard speed video. But as I say, I can't see that. But that's pretty cool. Like seeing the heat of the airflow going over the wings and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jim says, hello, Mystery Box Nick. June says, afternoon, Nick. And Dave says, a budgie smuggler model and a Mystery Box Nick. Uh-oh. Things could get very carry-on modelling before we know it.
Matron.
I don't know what I've missed. I don't really want to know what I've missed.
Probably wise, mate. Very wise. Plausible deniability.
Yeah, I'll fill you in later, 80. Not a euphemism.
Giggity. Someone's got a very vivid imagination.
Are you?
John, I've told you, and I've told you and told you, I don't back that way.
That's okay. I still
Just
love
if
you.
I like
even if
it,
you
He
didn't.
knows that. That's why he knows that. That's why he's waiting until you're asleep.
You can still buy him a drink, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sitting on your knee
I
playing
should
Santa
joke.
Claus.
Oh, that reminds me.
Come on. Stay there.
John.
Hello.
Johnny John.
Which one?
There's only one John on here.
Have you actually got something to say, or are you just talking?
Just repeating.
What am I looking
No,
first name.
I have got something to say.
Oh,
A week on Thursday. Guess what day it is a week on Thursday? Johnny
I
John
couldn't tell you.
John. Halloween.
I couldn't.
Someone's
Oh, yeah?
birthday.
All right.
No.
Righto.
By any chance, will it be Thursday?
I don't know what day this is.
It's Halloween. We'll be doing a
Right.
show on Halloween.
Okay. How exciting.
Does that mean, Mikey, after Halloween, you're finally going to take your mask off?
My side nearly split.
Yeah, Halloween's Thursday next week.
Everybody was thinking it. I just said it.
like I said, Mikey, if you shave that beard, I wouldn't recognize you.
Why do you
I
think
would.
I've kept it? So if the police are ever after me, I can just shave it off.
Well, that's me. I'm not saying everyone else. Maybe I'm assuming everyone else is not as daft as me.
Thing is, I think I'd recognise him because I've seen a photo of him without the beard.
How long ago was that, though?
Yes. I've been clean shaven twice in
No.
over 10 years.
Prison.
New
Yeah,
is when the
Yeah,
is when
got
the
yourself a
COVID
major
hit,
shoestring
and I was
there.
still in the ambulance service.
I remember the first time I shaved my beard off, the first thing my missus said to me was, "How long does it take to grow back?"
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's supportive.
Yeah, my
They look
father
good,
wore
they
a
do.
full beard for about 35 years. And one time he was shaving, he messed up and he had to shave it all off to grow it back. And when I saw him, I like, holy cow, Dad, I hardly know thee.
Oh, I'd done that once, hated it. Absolutely hated it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
He did.
Dad had shaky hands. He had a lot of arthritis in his joints, and his hands just shook like crazy. So he's trying to shave himself one day, and I guess you could say he's lucky. He just made a mistake with the trimmer on the beard instead of the skin. So
Yeah.
Mm.
See, he doesn't do his. I do it for him. I do his
well,
beard
no
for him.
wonder it looks so good.
No.
Thank you.
And his hair,
Yeah,
although he's going bald.
just a bit. I think that one of the streams, one of the last
Yeah.
ones, was a big line or something in the back of it. Like,
Well, just take the hair, you shave off the sides, and tuft it in the spot that's getting thin.
because I'm worth it.
This is not a real advert.
Do you know, I watched this thing
Um,
on Facebook. It was Jim Carrey. I don't know
Mm.
if I can say it on it. He says, "Don't ask
Yeah.
why I'm growing a beard. Ask me why I'm growing a beard, but still shave my balls."
Dave Cummins says, Herc with D-Day invasion stripes. Very what if, Mr. Marley.
Well, it was a thing. In fact, I had decals for one. 80's got them now.
I have indeed,
Yeah.
and that is on one of my to-do list builds.
And now he's building ships.
Now building ships.
Excuse me.
No, I'm only building this one for now, and then my next project is an aircraft.
Good. You do what you want to do.
And what aircraft is that going to be,
You
80?
do you.
Well, it's a toss-up at the minute. Calm yourself, Mr. Marley. Between it's between the Eurofighter and the American C-130 with the invasion stripes on.
Ooh.
My vote is for the C-130.
You would. That's why I'm
Yeah.
going Eurofighter.
No, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Eurofighter is one of those. It's like the F-35. It just doesn't do anything for me as an airplane or as a model. So C-130 is
Julian says,
proven airframe.
Julian says, it's a Thursday?
Halloween.
He also said, he also said, Jim, if Mikey shaved, he'd be knee deep in hair. Very good. Duke says, it takes me 6 months to grow 5 o'clock shadow.
Okay. Yeah.
June said, my boss shaved after a few years. I didn't notice. Dave says, I was referring to the heat image pic of the Herc.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Are you working on the Saint-Chamond, Mikey?
Yeah, I'm trying to make the driver's seat.
Oh, that's right. You're still fabricating some interior parts?
Yeah. Yeah. Problem
Because
is, like
Dave-
everything else on
Dave-
Saint Chamond, it's bloody weird.
Oh, there it
I
is.
didn't know
Okay.
exactly a thing. Yeah.
What paint scheme is that done in with the The stripes, is that a Southeast Asia pattern?
No, it's standard superiority grey.
Oh, jeez, boy, another gray plane. Let me guess, how many shades of gray?
Yeah,
That's another reason I don't build modern aircraft. It's just they're all gray.
they are. Yeah,
it's like my brain matter.
But having just built another grey plane, I did enjoy it because I don't tend to. Like, by building something for somebody else, it widened my horizons because, like, if this came out this colour, then I wouldn't probably build it because 50 Shades of Grey,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
I want to build a Tonka, but I want to build a Tonka in camouflage.
Same. Yeah. So the next Tonka I do will be a camouflage one.
If I may say something,
I wouldn't even do.
The only Tonka I can think of when that word comes to mind is the old Japanese die-cast kids toy company.
Oh, I went Japanese.
Tonka toys.
They're British, weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a mere guess by the name. The name sounded Japanese. And when I was a kid, everything came from Japan anyway.
But I wouldn't do the. I don't think I'd do the proper camouflage on it though. I'd probably do try and replicate the Soldier 95 camouflage, British DPM.
I'm very wrong. They're an American company.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
American company? Okay. Well, I stand corrected twice then.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay. Oh, probably, is it Minnetonka, Minnesota?
Mound.
Okay, because there's a lot of Indian names up there. That's the state of 10,000 lakes, and there's a lot there. I think there's a town called Minnetonka in Minnesota. That's
okay.
There's a lot of Native American names up there.
They probably call it Mound because there's a lot of Tonkas buried underground.
I wonder if they make tiny little cans of juice over there as well. Minnesota.
I
see what you did there, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm here all week.
Please go home tomorrow.
Yeah, don't quit your day job, kid.
I don't have one, it's all good.
His day job is annoying me.
Stop.
I thought that was the cat's job.
Oh, she's been a little bugger because I've been putting carpet down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, she's got a few years to go before all that vim and vigor leaves her.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's how my brother's cat was. She was full of energy up until about 4 or 5, and then she started settling down. But she was a house. Yeah, I'm assuming Willow's going to be a house cat.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good for both her and you. Never know what a outdoor cat will bring in.
I know. My mum's neighbour, her cat, he's bringing in mice, birds, other cats.
Yeah. God knows what they've got on them. That's what you're concerned about.
Jesus Christ, Stuart.
Oh, Julian says, is that what the book 50 Shades of Grey is about? An F-35B Lightning II pilot's manual. I can tell you, 50 Shades of Grey would actually be more exciting to read than the F-35B pilot's manual. I've read the A model, and there's really not much in there.
He can tell you from experience.
I tell you what, it is an amazing aircraft, but God, it's just boring as all get out.
Yeah, I mean, you think about things, and the Tiger tank was not a very good designed vehicle, and it didn't work really well. But in the modeling world, it's got a notoriety and a life that will never ever die. Yeah. I mean, there will never be a shortage of people to buy the latest model of a Tiger tank.
No, but the thing is, like when the F-18 came out, say mid-'80s, everybody was like, "Oh, I don't like the look of that. It doesn't look as tough as the Phantom," and all that stuff like that. And over time, people get to like it because they don't really have a choice. It's everywhere. And I think
Yeah.
that'll happen with F-35.
Possibly. Did you ever see the F-17, the original design of that Northrop submitted? It was actually in competition with the F-16.
The Cobra sure did.
Yeah, I'd like to find a model of that. That's a neat little fighter.
Yeah, people would build that. Yeah, a lot of people would build that if one came out. It's significantly different from a Hornet.
Yeah, well, they also, I believe, increased the size of the airframe, did they not, when they made the original Hornet, so it would be useful for carrier operations?
No, they just chunked up the undercarriage.
Right. Okay. I thought maybe they enlarged the airframe a little bit.
Well, they made the Lex larger, the lead edge extension, and that then created its own problems.
Okay. Well, now the thing
This
does
is
everything.
educational, isn't it?
Yeah. It's an all-in-one airplane. The Navy got what they wanted.
So, anyone unfamiliar with it, let's just bring up a picture now because it's.
Bless you, my son.
So this is it. So this is a YF-17. They call it the Cobra because of the neck frill, which was new at the time, and it's still the only aircraft with it. But if you look at the size of the undercarriage on that compared to the Hornet that everybody knows, significantly smaller.
Yeah.
But it's much the same as, there we go, the YF-17. It's not much different to an A model. But you can see the the Super Hornet, has a much larger leading edge extension and wing.
There you go. There's a layout. Okay, yeah.
They made a mistake when they so this had a straight Lex, almost straight, like leading edge extension.
Right.
Northrop design. When McDonnell Douglas did this, they changed the shape of the Lex subtly, and that then caused problems with the tails cracking.
Really?
So So
that sounds pretty serious.
It was. So this is where it gets really fun. I need to bring up pictures of the F-18. Right, F-18 Hornet. So here we go. So this is the standard Hornet that everybody knows. Okay. So what was happening is the airflow was spilling over the Lexus, as Gary was talking about earlier, providing lift and everything else. But then it was turbulent air was just going bang and going into smooth air exactly at the top of the fins. So the top of the fins were cracking because they were composite, still are. So what they had to do is come up with a fix. So what classic Hornets have is a thing there and there.
Yes.
Called a Lex fence, and it's the same angle and placement as the vertical stab. So the wind breaks there, and saves
instead of up on top there. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
And when they came up with that fix, Northrop Grumman were told by so this is the YF-17. So it's like a thin. Well, it's like every aircraft. It's nice until later in life they put bumps on it and bigger and heavier and everything else. So the prototype F-18.
Right.
So the later one. There's a point to this. So we're talking about the turbulent airflow.
Can we hurry up and get to it then, please?
So there, you can see it there.
Whoa! Yes, I get it. Yeah.
At the Lex fence.
Yes,
and not the top of the tail.
Wow.
And that one. So all classic Hornets have a Lex fence. No Super Hornets do because they changed the shape of the Lex, so they didn't have to fix it anymore. But what's amazing is there's a break here. There's a gap down there.
Yes.
So when these were manufactured, the front half was built by Northrop Grumman. The rear half, the center barrel section, was built by that was Northrop Grumman. This was McDonnell Douglas. So when McDonnell Douglas came up with this fix, they said we'd like to put that there. But what you'll find is it's screwed to the front half of the airframe, but not the back, because Northrop said, "Well, we didn't stuff it up. You did. So you fix it, but don't touch our airframe."
Tug of war.
Yeah.
But don't mention that in front of John. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
But again, another shot there showing it breaking at the Lex fence.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's nice.
Can I continue with the show now, John?
Go on. Somebody learned something, I'm sure.
Steve says, hello. Hello all. Not here for long, but want to say hi anyway. Hello, Steve.
Hey,
Hello.
Oh, he's probably now.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just hit a new record high viewers, 22.
Did it drop while I was talking about it?
24.
Huzzah!
We're up to 24.
It's
Hey.
because everybody wants to see me.
Yeah, it's the AD effect. Jim says, hey there, Steve. I think Jim's viewing on 23 accounts. I think Jim's just watching on 23 channels at the same time.
On my phone and on my television. Yeah.
Julie said, the thing is, are people buying Tiger Tank models to scratch build spacecraft and use parts for surface detail? Or ditto airfix bridges? Good question.
Yeah, he's talking about the Millennium Falcon, I believe.
Julian says, hi, Steve. And Duke says, good day, Steve.
Hey, Duke, it was good to see you on Jason's broadcast on Saturday. Well, Sunday for you, Saturday for me. So thanks for stopping by, mate.
Oh. Well done for stopping by.
Yeah. He's a good one, is our Duke. Right. I need to try and melt this again without setting it on bloody fire.
God, if this had a
What
bloody
could go wrong?
a main spar or something or other to glue these.
You got to
wings on.
butt join those?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Shut up,
Vellum
80.
strikes again.
So what's difficult about this is, you can see where the
Yes.
the top of the undercarriage wells are.
Yes.
So I've got to put the trapeze, the undercarriage, onto that. But with the angle of those, they're going to be splayed out somewhat, aren't they?
Well, the angle of the wings are not symmetrical.
No, they're not. But they're like they kick out with a good bit of dihedral at this point here.
Right.
But
the other one is more. Your port wing is more of an extreme angle.
Well, yeah. I mean, we look at those gaps. They're just
Yep. Well, on the bottom, that's not so bad. It's the top that is problematic. For appearances, I mean.
Yeah, and Paul Marley's probably, not using a surname, he's probably sitting over in Perth going, oh, you bloody idiot, why the hell are you building this crap for? Yep, I know.
Yeah, how did you come upon the Vellum kit? That's interesting, because it's a Ukrainian model maker, right?
It is, yeah. I must have sinned. I don't know. No, my local stop. My local hobby store is amazing. It has an incredible range. And they had these kits. Now, as I said, if you're after Hamden, until say last week, this was the only show in town. And I do like the British aircraft, and I'd like to have one of every I'd like to build at one point every one of their bombers.
Well,
so this
Airfix makes all of them. I mean, pretty much, right? Except for a newer Halifax.
Yep. So we all know what they don't make and what people want and all that sort of stuff like that. But so Gary, apparently they're announcing. The news is they're going to announce something at Telford, not Telstra.
They are bound to be announcing something at Telford. They did last year.
You'll never know, John.
Which I wasn't very impressed with. The ME410. That's a pretty curious release on their part. I would think it would be something else.
You're never going to know what they're going to release at Telford, John. You won't be there.
I keep when they did these super secret messages and embargo dates and all that, and then all they were doing was telling me there's a new F-86 with new decals, and then a couple of weeks later there's a new Anson with new decals.
Right.
And you think, come on, guys, you got to do better. So I was giving Dale a bit of Airfix a bit of a hard time about it, and he just said, there is something coming, and it will be worth the wait. I promise.
Well, I'm hoping it'll be a quarter scale Lysander. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told ICM they should be making.
Yeah. Well, if no one else will, certainly. I mean,
because they're so good with figures, they could make some really nice little French resistance figures, SOE operatives, that sort of thing.
Right.
As little sets. And they're really good at doing that, so I thought they'd be great for that sort of thing. But yeah, there's all sorts of things they should be doing, and you know.
Well, I think as far as British aviation from the Second World War, yeah, I mean they are the modeling company of the UK, and if they build it, people will buy it.
Yeah,
you know.
So what I didn't
Definitely.
realise, and same with Paul, until we got there and had a look around, because when a couple of times I went with the family, went with Bron, I didn't go into hobby stores or we went museums, but most of the time we were going to castles and actual places.
Mhm.
And we never realised that there's literally like the only show in town is Airfix. Like there's some places, visitor centres and everything else that only have Airfix kits, and I think good on them for having that amount of reach. I mean, they're everywhere, which is really good, but it's almost to the exclusion of all else. So what we have here is not that much in the way of Airfix, and lots of other brands that maybe don't get seen on shelves over there, like fine molds and all that sort of stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, Airfix. The reason I say Airfix is because I believe that they would. I think they'd get it right, way better than say Trumpeter did with the Fulmar.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just my thoughts on it. I mean, I have more confidence in the research and design, not necessarily quality control of Airfix, than I would Trumpeter for British subjects. I mean.
Yes, for British subjects. I mean, nobody knows. I mean, the access to there's stuff that are in the UK that aren't anywhere else, quite frankly. So, I'd love to see a new, or at least a re-release of the TSR2 because I love that plane.
Yeah.
But it's not been out for years now. 10, 13 years.
Something else I badgered Bale about earlier in the year because I said to him, you do realise that the 60th anniversary of the first flight of the TSR2 is coming up. It's just gone, in fact. I said, and wouldn't it be cool if, like, you could do something at Telford, considering there's one just down the road at Cosford as well? And he said, oh, yeah, well, we're thinking about ways we might market, but not in that way. So, okay, fine. You don't want to sell model kits, mate? That's not your problem to worry about, is it?
That aircraft, it doesn't look 6 years old, does it? Like, it's remarkable.
No. It's a useful thing.
Got the same shaped wing as the Mozzies. In the chat, we have Drew Wellington. He says, I was a tad late, Jim, but I made it just in time to say hi on Sunday.
Yes, thank you, Duke.
Julian says, there are a few spacecraft that use Tiger Tank bits, John, but yeah, the Millennium Falcon was one of them. God, I couldn't get my words out there. Paul says, John, just throw the bastard in the bin and get a good one.
Good advice, Paul.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that Qatari Spitfire is a good model. That's everything is remarkable on it. This is not Qatari.
Julian says, probably a 148 Halifax, Gary. Wakes up. Oh, sorry, dreaming again.
Dreaming again.
Yeah.
So many people.
You know it's going to be a Mark 1 Spitfires or something like that, don't you?
Oh, God. No, please. Come on. Do a Mark 1 Hurricane with the fabric outer wings. Do that.
We're releasing a 148 Mark 1 Spitfire in the 100th colour scheme that we've produced.
Oh, no, it's the same kit, new decals.
Yeah, they might get run out of Telford on a rail.
50 Shades of Spitfire.
Pilot with it this time.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's an improvement.
Andy Wilson says, I want a 1-to-1 Kettenkrod. Yeah,
who doesn't?
Oh, yeah, that'd be a nice ride.
Yeah,
those are cool.
I can actually picture John going around on one of them. Jim says 48. Yeah. Thinking he's Easy Rider.
Australian Peter Fonda.
The sad thing is, it would still be a step up from your moped.
I don't have to be here, you bastard.
Hey, at least you get conversation with it.
Actually, you're right.
Jim says 48 scale Halifax is a bloody big model, Julian.
Sure as
Yeah.
hell is.
How about the
David
one in
Cummins
Chile?
says,
People
Andy.
People
Sorry?
make Lancasters B-17s in 1/48th. So
Yeah, I like the look of that 1/32 Lancaster cockpit.
Mm.
No, well,
Oh
no,
yeah.
oh yeah,
Anyone see Sully's scale models? He made his version of it all lit up. Guy's a hell of a modeler. If you don't know his YouTube channel, look him up.
Ooh.
I know, right?
You missed it, Gary. Show that again, Joe.
Yeah, just peek it in on the edge of the
If you'd be
screen.
so kind.
oh right, okay.
Oh, I can't
cool.
do the actual thing. It won't fit. Yeah. With all the bits for it. Yes, I do.
Oh my goodness.
Dave Cummins says, Andy, yes. I think it'd be cool if they did a 1/16th pilot on a seat. That would be cool.
What kind of seat?
Well, just on a
Turlet
on a
seat?
cockpit seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Herc toilet seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last flight was kind of rough, mate.
1/16th Teco peeing in the Hercules toilet
Oh, yeah.
with turbulence.
That sounds
Andy
amazing.
says, "Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon, people I know or don't know. That should cover everyone. Good afternoon,
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah,
Saves
that'll
time,
cover
thank
all
you.
bases, Andy.
But yeah, welcome.
Mm,
Yes, welcome, sir.
yeah.
No, I was saying 48
Um,
scale. I didn't mean that it wasn't a viable market for Halifax. And you're right, Gary. There's almost every other 4-engine variety available in that scale. I'm just saying, as far as terms of space, when you build these models,
Yeah.
where are you going to put them? You know.
Yeah.
And I've got a 48 scale Catalina that I
Ooh.
intend on keeping and building. But when I look at it compared to in terms of the space I have left around here where I live to put it, it's maybe I'll build it and donate it is what I'll do.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I've
Yeah,
got
I've still got the,
1/72nd B-17. It's huge.
Yeah, I've still got a 1/32nd scale FWD rig that's carrying the Regulus missile. First mystery box from Nick. I've still got that built in boxes down there, waiting for a suitable space because it's like so long. It's got to be about 2.5 feet long altogether.
Wow.
You're talking about one of
with all
those.
these.
You talking about one of those Mistel aircraft the Germans had late in the war?
No. It's a Regulus missile. It was, I'm going to guess, early 60s. And it was deployed from Europe, and presumably with a nuclear warhead or something.
Oh,
but it was,
ICBM. Okay.
Yeah, but it's launched off the back of a trailer basically with wings. So
Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was when you said FWD, I thought Focke-Wulf.
well,
Yeah.
no, FWD was the company who made the 4-wheel drive truck that it drove on. It had these massive balloon tires. I mean, huge balloon tires. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But it's
I'd
very, very big kit.
I was stunned to find that was a real thing when I Googled it because it looks like a cartoon.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
you look at some of the
It's
American weapons.
Thunderbirds.
You look at some of the American weapons made in the 50s and the 60s, in that Cold War era, and there's some crazy ass stuff out there, and some of it actually made it to production. Other things were just experimental and never went beyond that. But like I said before, post World War II, the sky was the limit as far as whatever someone had an idea, the Air Force took a look at it.
Yeah.
But Jim, aren't you a crazy ass American thing made in the 60s?
Yes, I am.
There you go.
In the golden year of 1964.
Yeah.
I just talk about like big bomber planes and stuff. There's a plane on GTA called the Bombushka. If you can find out what plane that's based off, I wouldn't mind getting one of them because the things look awesome, man.
The Bombushka.
Yeah, I think it's just going to have a wooden check just now.
Nick says it's the Mace missile, Gary, and it's
Mace.
Terra
That was
Cruiser
it.
transport.
Nick, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely the Mace. Yeah, it's
Terra
bonkers.
Cruiser transporter.
Here's a question.
Terra Cruiser.
Here's
Yeah.
a question for you,
I
Gary.
mean, they're absolutely enormous. Really cool kit, though. Really cool.
Mm.
I think it's
Was.
made by
Here's a
Aurora,
question for you.
something like that, back in the 60s.
Oh, okay. Now I know the kit you're talking about. I'm sorry, Mikey. I know the kit you're talking about, Gary. Now I remember. Yeah, I think that's Renwall. I think it was either Revel or Renwall.
Renwall. That was it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, they made all
It's
that stuff.
It's cool.
Very.
Question for you, Gary. Are there any companies that make models or model kits of British fire engines other than like the ICM Model T fire engine?
Not that I'm
I think
aware
it'd be
of.
quite cool to make a fire engine.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I've not
Because
actually
you've got
looked.
because they got the police Range Rover, which I think would be quite cool to make. But they haven't got a modern British ambulance or a modern British fire engine that I can see.
Okay.
There's the German ones, but they're expensive.
I
Like
don't
80
know
quid
of
a pop.
any. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice. I wanted 350 scale HMS Fearless
Why the
Oh, yeah.
Fearless?
because it's the only good thing the Navy had. It was a joint operations assault ship.
Okay.
See, I wouldn't mind making a ship, but I'd want it to be a World War One ship.
It must be the
a few
second
kits
best thing that
like
the British Navy had.
Well, what's the
The
first?
first best was rum.
Gary's dad.
Lamb's Navy rum.
Oh no,
Ah.
Pusser's rum, my friend.
So
Yeah.
a question was
Pusser's-
asked last
Pusser's
week.
rum, Admiralty strength.
Nice.
The question was asked, like, what kit would you, what's your, what kit do you really want to see released by a company and all that sort of stuff like that? Now, my answer was the CA-27, which is the Australian version of the F-86 Sabre.
Mhm.
I still maintain that. However, what was released, well, I knew it was coming because I'd seen a post maybe about 8 months ago or so, but it was confirmed yesterday on Model Kit Stuff on Jason's channel that Vanguard models are making a wooden version of the HMS Surprise, which is Jack Aubrey's
Oh wow!
ship from Master and Commander. And
Wow.
that is definitely a holy grail kit of mine. I'm just like, I've been waiting for 20 odd years for a certain other company called Caldercraft to bring out theirs, but as it turns out, they're not, because I think the guy who designed it is now doing his own company. I'm not sure, but my favourite wooden ship is about to be released. And Bron says
Fantastic.
I'm allowed to get it
Shuts up.
if I save up and stop buying other crap plastic things like Avalon Hamden.
Chat,
Yeah,
guys, if that comes up, we need to read them out. June says, I remember watching Gary build those two kits, Nick. And Andy Wilson says, didn't Airfix used to do a fire engine? Not a modern one, though. Yeah, I was just looking at it.
Beautiful
Next, put it on the next comment. The Airfix, the old Dennis wheeled escape pump. And it does look really nice. It's one with the big long ladder on wheel. June says, if I recall correctly, last time I looked for a model fire engine, the only ones were, as you said, the ICM Model T and the Land Rover. Well, I've done the Land Rover. I might do the Model T. I might get the Model T version at some point. Matthew MC,
gorgeous.
who, if I'm not mistaken, is new to the channel. Welcome, Matthew.
Yes, welcome,
He says,
sir.
Hey, Matthew.
I've said, yeah. Oh, he's from your channel, isn't he, Gary? I think.
I don't own people, mate.
I know that.
Yet he's got
He's
people
not
that own
staff.
people.
Do you
He's not-
order
he's
people to
not
do
staff.
raids and things? Or on channels you don't like, you raid them. like barbarians. Matthew says, I've searched for fire appliances. There's a vintage Dennis, but no modern appliances. Keen to build one too, as worked on them for 10 years. I'm wondering if there's a 3D, an STL file for one. To 3D print one. We happen to know a few people with 3D printers, don't we, Adi?
I'll have to get that.
Because I think that would be kind of cool.
No,
Even if
I
it's
don't
one for
have any cubic times 2 3D printer. I don't have one of them.
Kieran says, afternoon all.
Hey, biscuits, how are you?
Hey, Kieran. Andy says, I keep saying I want to see a Mark 1 Matilda in plastic. I think the only one out there is the Zvezda 1/100.
That makes sense. Yeah, that would be nice.
Hey,
Jim
hobby
says,
time.
hey, Kieran.
How's it going? Hobby time.
Hey, hobby time's in. He says, hey, guys.
Hey, hobby time.
Hello, hobby time. Matthew says, Gary channel member, guilty.
Yeah, guilty
I
here
don't
too.
blame you,
Oh
mate.
my. Yep.
Just glad to have you with us.
Thanks for coming along. Thanks for actually listening to what I say on some of my programs. Sometimes I do wonder. But good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying
I'm only on here because I was scaling through YouTube and it said,
It's
you
all-
might like this.
it. And were they
Nothing to
right?
do with the fact that we've been friends for over a year.
Yeah, that as well. But it said,
yeah,
you may like this.
You will like this. That's not exactly what he said.
It's all about community, isn't it? Scale modeling community.
Yeah.
Kieran says, hi Jim, it's still jealous you got to see those Shep Payne dioramas.
Oh
I
yeah,
have to be
I'll tell you,
careful saying
Kieran.
that.
That looking at those was like looking at Babe Ruth's baseball bat. It was like a legend. It was like the man was in the room.
Julian says, Mikey, I just found 2 Revel fire engines on eBay. Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't use eBay though. I don't trust it.
Evil Bay.
Jim says, yes. Jim says, hey there, hobby time.
Hey there, hobby time.
Sounds like it should be an 80s song, musician, that, doesn't it? Hobby time. Nick Johnson says, Revel do German modern Mercedes appliances off price in a hobbycraft.
Okay.
I happen to have a hobbycraft about 20-minute drive away. Kieran says, hi John, all good thanks. That Hamden looks cool. Actually, think about it. I can just order the bloody thing online. Yeah, the Hamden looks cool.
Thank you.
Sorry, I got distracted by my own thoughts. Matthew says, Mikey,
It's not
there's
that
a deal on Model T ICM firing. What? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying it looks good from a distance because like this nacelle goes together, but this one does not. It's got a huge sort of gap. So I just got to.
How dare you interrupt me?
Anyway, carry on to a
Thanks.
channel.
Carry on.
You bastard! You utter
I
bastard!
guess, you know, like
Carry on, Tom Major.
Matthew says,
Get the comfy
Mikey, there's a
chair.
deal on Model. Damn you, John!
Mute him.
Right, just so we can't interrupt again. Muted.
Oh,
Oh, Modman.
Matthew says there's a deal on Model T ICM fire engine with figures on Amazon going for £17 last I looked. Yes, I need to order that this week because I do want to do that.
Okay, very nice. About $22, $25 American.
Yeah. Hobby Time says, hi, Jim. Julian says, Nick, those may be the ones I found on eBay. Yeah, I think they probably are, to be fair. If anyone wants to get me them, you're more than welcome. Julian says, the first one is the Mercedes-Benz Artigo AEF 2016, Pure HLF 25 engine model kit number 07525. Nice. June says the second one is the Rebel 124 Schlingmann TL4 1625 fire engine, number 07586. Nice. They do sound good. I think I've seen those kits and they do look good, to be fair. Hobby Time says, I think Peter needs to go for a trip back to the model shop. He does. See, I keep saying to myself, I don't want to buy any more kits before Telford, but I keep finding kits I want.
I'll be back in a moment.
Sure. I've been a good boy. I haven't bought anything lately.
What?
Mikey,
Can't
I
age
just
on.
wanted to, Mikey, just wanted to let you know this Model T tank that I bought Saturday, the ICM kit. This is my World War One entry build.
Yes.
That I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at it. I if you can find it, buy it. It's a great model. It's the figures.
I shall make you. You big, Jim. Show us again.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go.
I have no doubt.
Jim,
there you go.
Show us again, mate.
Oh,
there it is.
That's it. I shall make you grow.
Model T.
Nice.
RNAS.
Can we have a look at the sprues, Jim?
Car with British tank crew.
Nice.
Yeah, I got that for $28 American at the swap meet I was at Saturday. That was the same place the Shepherd Paint dioramas were going were being sold at. And when I got this thing home, because ICM doesn't date their model boxes or directions or anything, so I'm guessing without going to scale mates, this is a relatively newer model of theirs because the figures are absolutely outstanding. I'm gonna take some photos. I'll post them in the Discord for you because there's no point trying to show you on my computer screen here. The lighting is just awful. So
I'll do the research for you there, Jim. What is the kit number?
Kit number is, hold on one moment, please, 35670. They also give you a very nice Vickers machine gun. It's what it was armed with. It was really an ad hoc.
Do you know what? If you can get it, Jim, get the ICM World War One weapons kits.
Oh yes, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Kit with all the weapons for the British, the French, and the Germans.
Yeah,
they're really nice.
Yeah,
you know, I can honestly say I have never built an ICM kit.
Yeah, neither have I, 80. This will be my first one, and I've got 3 others in my stash.
Okay, so
well, you know what, 80?
What?
You're going to have to join us on an ICM build then, aren't you?
Yeah, I suppose. I need to find one I want to build.
You know, they got plenty of variety to choose from.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I am an ICM.
I happen to have a World War One US ammo carrier. I don't know where I got that from.
Right. That was also for sale Saturday. I almost bought that instead of this.
So, Jim,
Yes, sir.
they came out with the Model T ambulance in 2016. Yours is a new tool because it's completely different panels, being armoured. Yours is a 2020 kit. Came out the same year as the original reboxing of that. So it's only 4 years old.
Well, it certainly shows the standard of quality that ICM is known for. And like what you were saying, Gary, if Airfix wants to be in their league, they've got a long way to go because this kit is kick ass.
I love Airfix. I won't disparage them.
I'm not here to bash them because it's the fruit, it's the flavor of the month. It's just that, you know, compare this to what I've been seeing out there, like Model Kit Stuff did the review of the recent P40B reboxing that Airfix offers, and there's issues with that too. So sorry guys, but you know, if you want people following you and buying your products, then up your quality.
Yeah.
If I can focus it.
Oh, there you go.
The virus.
That one.
There you go.
There you go. Got it. You got it.
Well, it's between 55 and 80 quid.
Many years ago, I built something like that. A Mercedes G-Class, I think, fire engine, and it was bloody fantastic.
Do you want me to bring up some more comments, Mikey?
Yes, can do.
The last one was the German fire engine model kit, I
Yes.
think. So the next one is Julian again.
The second one is the Rebel 124. Yeah, we've next one. We've had that one. So it's the one below Jim. Where it says Jim?
Bloody thing.
1537.
Time below Jim. And then the next one is that one.
That's it. Julian says, odd. The Mercedes Rebel one doesn't say what skill level it is. The other is a 5. Yeah.
Mhm.
We're probably both level 5, to be honest, because they're quite complex. Nick says, probably 5, Julian. The highest skill is just a higher parts count. Yeah.
Exactly. So
What's the parts count in that other one? Ow. My leg just popped. 296 parts in the one I showed you. And the other one... Oh, sorry. The other one is 231 parts, so yeah, it's a level 5. The Mercedes-Benz 1625 TLF. It's like an off-road type version. Andy says, it looks like they do the World War I British tank crew separately, maybe fodder for a whippet diorama. Yes, they do. I have that in the drawer, actually. Some nice little figures.
Yeah, they do look good.
They also do what's it called? Oh, is it Master something? Go on, help me out, Gary. The company.
what's that?
I think
Which
it starts
company?
with Master something.
Master Box?
Yeah, I think it's Master
Don't
Box.
know.
Is that the
Um,
company you're thinking
they
of?
do-
Master Box? They make a lot of figure sets.
Yeah, I think so. There's because I've got a set where it's 2 French tank crew, World War I tank crewmen, 2 British and 2 German.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, neato.
Yeah.
I like that.
It wasn't that dear either, from what I remember when I bought it. Nick says, I had that from Hobbycraft for £30. It's a great model, even has all the gear in the lockers. Built it for a firefighter I work. Nice. I am going to have to see if I can get that on offer from Hobbycraft then. Because I like that sort of stuff.
But
June
if
says,
you
Mikey, sorry?
I was about to say, if you
Go on.
at the moment in Hobbycraft, they've got a 3 for 2 offer on, and they've also got, if you spend £15, you get £5 off
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Cool.
offer. Because
Not bad.
it's where I've been looking for the model kits Mum wants to get us for Christmas.
June says eBay also has an Italeri Mercedes fire engine, Range Rover lookalike, and an Airfix 132nd scale 1914 Dennis kit. Nice.
Was that Margaret Thatcher's husband?
So I quite like doing emergency kits.
Very good. Very good. Very droll.
Yeah.
You know, what the American kit makers didn't do before they all went away was they never updated their emergency equipment models. They were all the old American LaFrance kits from the 1960s and 70s. And that's one thing that's devoid is American modern day emergency response equipment. And
Okay.
a lot of it looks very sharp, very sharp. But I don't know of anybody who makes model kits of those. Maybe someone does I'm not aware of.
I'm guessing that last joke was an aeroplane joke because it went completely over my head.
Most things do, dear.
But don't.
Oh, she's got so much faith in you, honestly, Sonic. I've done pretty much no modelling today.
I haven't done any. I've got nothing but photo etch to do right now, and that's something I'm not going to share live.
Yeah.
You know what?
Him, because I get into a car with him. Driving. He drives.
I think I'm a good driver.
For once, I've actually got quite a bit of modelling done.
Oh, really?
Excellent.
Well done. I shouldn't
Okay.
sound too
Show us
surprised,
the
but
needle.
I-
Show us.
I don't know if I can see it, if you can see it, but I've got all the front done. We've even got
Oh, yeah.
photo etch railings.
Okay.
Nice.
All that done.
They're
I've
tiny.
done the back end. Photo X railings.
Tell you what, you got a good hand for doing them, haven't you?
And all that.
You got a good
And
steady
then I
hand for
still-
doing them because they look perfect.
So I'm just trying to figure out, because I've got the lifeboats, and the only problem I've got is all the pictures for Ark Royal, because it's 1942, are all black and white.
Yeah.
And the instructions don't say what colour the lifeboats are,
Oh, okay.
unless you can read
Well, do they look?
Chinese or Japanese.
Most of them are going to.
Do they
Most
look?
of them are going to. Almost everything's going to be grey, because the only things that would be any other colour would be the captain's launch and things like that, which would be probably white in those days. But you can check it out on online. There's loads of references people will bring you on that.
I've got them, which is obviously the captain's launch.
Uh-huh. Okay.
There's 2 of them. And then there's umpteen numbers of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
There'd be a lot of ship boats. They really didn't go in for lifeboats as such. They use the Carly floats and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got them. They're not a problem. They're just grey and brown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's the lifeboats, because obviously every picture you see of Ark Royal is black and white.
Yeah.
So it's
I think pretty much everything, like boat-shaped thing on an aircraft carrier, is going to be a ship's launch or a captain's launch. Or they didn't have, from memory, actual lifeboats. Everything was a ship's cutter or a rowboat or something like that. And I don't recall them actually having lifeboats.
Right.
Yeah, because it took too much deck space, didn't they?
Well, mate, this
yeah,
thing's got plenty.
Julian. What? Julian says, might be disappearing down an eBay-shaped rabbit hole. If my messages start echoing, send help. Lol.
Amazon.
Throw down the grappling hook and rope, Julian.
Yeah.
Throw down the batarang.
Ooh.
Oh, in terms of the Ark Royal, I'm
minutes to-
assuming that had the armored flight deck like all other World War II British carriers did.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
Did have
The Americans had wooden decks. Teak, I think, was the
That's
wooden
because the
material.
Americans be silly.
No, it's actually easier to first aid splinters of wood than metal, and it was easily repairable. And I refer you to the Battle of Midway. When the Yorktown was hit, within an hour and 30 minutes, they had it back up and serviceable and landing aircraft. They had managed to patch the deck and get it serviceable to land airplanes. When the Japanese second strike came in, they thought they were going after another Yorktown class carrier because they had been told that one of them was burning.
Yeah.
Just a little boring story.
No, that's good. You must be right, because I remember being told that the deck of the Missouri was teak. So, it would have been ubiquitous, I'd say.
Yeah, but I believe battleships, I think, had armor underneath the wooden deck, right? I believe so. I think that's. I know that's how North Carolina was constructed.
Yeah.
Wow, we've got 10 minutes left and we've still got 21 people watching. I'm impressed.
Well, it's because we have a unique. I don't even know what I'm saying. Screw it. Forget it. A unique group of guests. Yeah. We've got Australia, we've got Scotland, we've got UK, we've got Wales, or I should say England, we've got Wales. So excellent.
Oz Scale Modeling has subscribed. Thank you very much, Oz.
Oh,
Yeah, good for you, Oz.
Thailand.
You should see his M3 Lee. He's building the mini art full interior kit, and it's looking really nice. In fact, he painted it this weekend.
Yeah, Pete is a really good bloke. I like him a lot.
Yep, the Aussie and
And
Chang.
we've got 18 likes. Woo-hoo.
All right, there you go. You're growing up, Mikey.
I know.
You're ready for the big time.
Doing well. And I've hardly even said anything this time.
It's because
Ooh,
I'm on,
there we
Mikey.
go.
That's what it is.
Oh, it's because you're a sexy beast, AD. That's what it is, mate. You're a sexy beast that likes tugging the sailors into harbour.
Ooh.
See, he always has to flow with a tone. There he was having a nice conversation, and he lowers
Yeah.
the tone.
Yeah, I hear you, AD. It's either Mikey or it's John that's making the innuendo.
If you carry on the way you two are going, the only place you're going to be on is that other site.
Uh,
Calm yourselves down.
I blame it on Gary.
we noticed earlier on
yeah,
it was like 20 odd
I'll
minutes
blame it on Gary.
before it descended into depravity. Then again, it's why he waits at least half an hour before he lets me on the bloody panel.
Yeah.
Excuse you, but there is a certain way the streams go. They do the intro, then they do the comments, and then they let people on.
Yeah.
So it just
Yeah.
took 23 minutes to get through all the comments and introductions.
It
Otherwise,
just depends whether I do the double entendres before or after we let people on.
Well, I was waiting to come on because my ears were burning because of a comment I put, a nice clean comment.
Were they now? Well,
Yeah.
Change from your bum, doesn't it? Makes a change from your bum burning.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Let's get on with some comments. Julian says that Airfix 1914 kit, by the way, was a 1964 tooling, new parts in 2005. Looked like they added an omnibus variant. That's the other one I want to get, the omnibus. I want to do the omnibus because I want to add it to my World War One trucks that Nick sent me, so that I can make it into like a little convoy going along my shelf. I think that'd be so cool. Julian says, Jim, if you can see his you should stop looking, you'll go blind.
Oh, I've got to go.
David says, we're waiting for the... All right, buddy.
Hi, Eddie.
He's probably sank a ship, hasn't he? David says, we're waiting for the fabled Budgie to turn up. That's why we're still here. Sadly, not the Welsh band fronted by Burke Shelley. Yeah. Julian says he's already here, David. Smuggled in. He may well be. He just might not be commenting. David says, laughing my ass off. Yeah, if you've not been here before, do say hello in the comments. It's nice to see new faces.
Yes.
Faces,
Oh, that's right.
PCs.
We have another day noteworthy coming up this week. The 25th will be St. Crispian's Day.
Indeed. Agincourt.
Battle of Agincourt, 1415.
Yeah.
St. Crispian.
Once more into the breach, my friend.
Yes.
Well, that's
St. Crispin.
half blue.
No, St. Crispin Crispians.
Crispian. Oh, patron saint of chips. Crispin dry.
Don't forget, on Friday it's going to be a special live because I'm going to be interviewing Malcolm Childs.
Le Grand Fromage.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do an interview with Malcolm live. And then once I've done that, we'll do some viewers' questions. And then after that, he's agreed to do some scale modeling with you all. So you can come up on the panel and do some scale modeling.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Wow. Sounds like an exciting program.
Nice.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm
I'm
going on an excursion tomorrow. So all the volunteers from Fighter World up the road, we're getting on a bus and we're going out to a place called Scone, which is about 170 k's from here. I'm just scrolling through what they have there because I've not been there. They have a Spitfire. Which one? I don't know. Looks like a Mark 9. P40E, Kitty Hawk. They've got a P51D. They've got a CAC Mustang, CAC Wirraway.
Oh, Weirway. There you go. That's an interesting airframe of choice. I
North
like that.
American T6 Harvard, a de Havilland Tiger Moth, a Bristol F2B, a Boeing Stearman, a Nair Mackie 326, Cessna Bird Dog from Vietnam, Mirage 3.0 from Dassault, a MiG 17, Hawker Hunter, Windjill. Yeah, sounds right. Oh, and they have a Corsair there at the moment as well. So that'll be fun. A friend of mine is putting that on for us.
Excellent.
Very
That
nice.
should be all right. Hi.
Andy says, I saw the Sex Pistols supporting Budgie in 1976. Cool.
Ooh, way
I'd
back.
have loved to have seen the Sex
Good
Pistols. That must have been awesome.
I love the name of their first record.
Nick says, Mini-Art or ICM, not sure which do the World War I omnibus. Mini-Art, I
Mini-Art.
believe. But they're
Yes,
devilishly
yes.
expensive.
It's this one with a
devilishly
different back on it, that's the
Yes.
LGOC, London
Well, that's
General
the lorry, isn't it?
Omnibus Company. Yes, it is. That's yeah.
Oh, there's a book that you'd love that would go well with that, John. It's called On the Road to Victory. And
I
it talks
thought
about...
you were going to take on the buses.
No, that's a TV show.
Okay.
It's called On the Road to Victory. It's about the World War One British Expeditionary Force logistics and transport and things.
That would be interesting.
And it starts off talking about the pre-war years, explaining about the government system, subsidy system, where they said to companies, if you get rid of horse-drawn carts, because apparently there's I think it's something like 81,000 tons of horse shit produced every day in London, because there's that many horses on the roads.
Oh,
So
I
they
thought
said, if you get rid of horses and buy a motorised lorry or bus, we'll give you a subsidy to buy it on the condition that if we go to war, you give us the vehicle so that we can use it for the army. So the companies obviously said, yeah, great. So what the government did is they turned around to the vehicle manufacturers and said, we want all the vehicles, because in the event of war, they're going to come to us. We want it so that any soldier, no matter how tired they are, can get into a vehicle and not have to worry about which pedal is which. They'll instinctively know. So we want all the vehicles to have a standardized pedal arrangement, which is accelerator, brake, clutch from right to left. And that's why we've got it in the order we have
That's what
now.
happened. That's great.
Yes. But yeah, it goes into all the stuff like that in the book. It's really good. David says, damn, I only came into Budgie about 8 or 9 years ago. Started building my CD collection up. Saw they were still touring, but before I could see them, Burke became the late Burke.
Huh.
Julie says, I was looking for the patron saint of scale modelers and found Catherine of Bologna, the patron saint of the arts. That'll do. Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like baloney?
Well, it is an art form.
Yes.
No, not Bologna, Bologna.
Bologna, where Bolognese
Bologna.
comes from.
Yeah.
Bologna.
My favourite
Spaghetti
food.
Bolognese.
It's my favourite food, that pasta bolognese or spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, I thought your favorite
David
food
says-
was bologna.
No, we don't have that over here, really. David says, John Blakey Marley.
I'll get you, Mikey.
That
That's the last thing I'll do.
that ICM kit, the mini art kit, is it the London omnibus you're looking for, Mikey?
Yes.
Yeah.
The London one. Well, Amazon have it.
Yeah.
For 55. You can't even fucking see that.
It's all right. I know what it looks like.
55 quid.
That's a little bit more expensive than what they should be, though. They should be about
Yes.
£35. 40.
Mini art
And
are a
they've
little
got
bit
the-
overpriced.
Yeah.
mean, don't get me wrong.
I'd love that.
They have a phenomenal number of parts, but they are a phenomenal number of parts that don't need to be a phenomenal number of parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unlike Vellum, they fit together.
Well, yeah, that's
But-
true. They actually work as a kit.
I think what's happened is the mini art people actually sit there. Okay, here's the bits. Put that together. See if it works. If it doesn't, tell us what to adjust. Whereas these guys
Well-
go, well, it looks like a plane. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
But oh my god,
Well, isn't Vellum a short
I think-
run company basically?
they are a short run company. Yeah, I don't know how many of these
I
are
think-
made.
I think what Mini Art do is they look at a vehicle part list in the vehicle manual and go, right, how can we mold every piece of this vehicle
Actually,
down to the last washer?
I'm wrong. These aren't from Ukraine. Vellum is in Czech Republic.
I'm amazed they haven't included the gudgeon pins for the pistons.
Yeah.
For those that don't know
absolutely
what a
true.
gudgeon pin is, it's the small pin that connects the conrod to the piston head.
Yeah, we call it a gudgeon pin in the in better parts of the world.
That's what I just said.
No, you said gudgeon.
Gudgeon.
You said
Okay,
camel.
Mikey.
You sound like you said camel.
Julian said the model number is Alpha 06443 and it's £15. £15 is actually all right.
£15. Very
Oh,
good.
is.
Ticket number 4 model.
I know.
Matthew says later, folks. Later, folks. Thanks for making a Monday afternoon bearable. You're more than welcome.
Oh,
And
thank
me
you.
and Modders will be back tomorrow.
Yep.
Me and Modders will be back tomorrow with a budget modeler, and me, Mr. Marley, and possibly Mr. Morris will be back on Thursday. And then on Friday we've got the interview with Malcolm. Woohoo!
Busy week.
Jim says, by the way, enjoying Yes Minister very much.
Yeah,
Good.
it's a funny show.
Clever, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. Yes.
And still relevant.
I don't recognize any of the actors though. That's what impresses me is that I so far I've only recognized one actor in the entire series, and I've seen my fair share of British television from the 70s and 80s.
His assistant, I
Yeah.
can't remember his name. He was famous. He did play King George the Third, I think it was.
He did. Yes.
Madness of King
Yes,
George.
yes.
He's in that.
Yeah, Paul Eddington played the minister.
Mm.
Bernard Folds. Someone Folds. Derek Folds played Bernard, the
Yeah.
secretary, and Sir Humphrey Appleby. Oh, for goodness sakes!
Him, that guy. He was
His
famous.
name's gone completely. But the
2
thing is,
seconds,
these guys were like proper serious actors as well. They weren't. They weren't coming out of the sort of long-term, sort of Dad's Army, and then that sort of tradition of British TV sitcoms. They were actually serious actors.
Okay.
Nigel Hawthorne
Nigel
played
Hawthorne.
Sir Humphrey. He was a major league Shakespearean actor at one point.
Yes,
He
was.
seems
And
to
it's
me so
amazing
far
that they got these people in.
yeah, he seems to me to be the most like Martin Bormann like, always setting people against one another.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sort of Machiavellian nature of being.
Now this minister, he's just a minister. He's not the prime minister, right? The lead man.
Yes, that's right. The Minister for Administrative Affairs.
There's
totally
a
made-up
later series
ministry.
called Yes, Prime Minister.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
and how the
Spoiler alert.
That's what Julian means.
Yeah.
He's saying you'll love the follow-up series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the transition from minister to prime minister is just hilarious. It is just so cleverly written. Is
that the main character becoming prime minister? You mean is that what happens to him?
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Think it's the end of series. Is it the end of series 3? I think of Yes Minister. But the whole way the whole thing's handled was I mean famously Bernard Ingham was like this attack dog of a press secretary that Margaret Thatcher had. He was like this really big, massive guy and really aggressive, and he famously went storming round to the BBC and went storming into the writer's room. And after one episode it airs and said, "Who the hell told you about that? Who leaked that story?" And they said, "Bernard, are you saying it was true?" And he just said,
No,
just don't do it again," and walks out. And it was true. What an MP had leaked the story to them, what had happened. And years later, they actually, I think it's that episode from Yes Prime Minister, it was true. And there's this episode where they're in a foreign embassy and they're not allowed to drink because it's in an Islamic country, and how they get around. And apparently that actually happened. So that was pretty cool. They had a lot of input from actual ministers at the time.
Yeah. So far, I've watched 2 episodes. Very good. Very, very good.
Oh, superb. Absolutely superb.
Funny.
Oh. I think that's a guy here to talk to me about my shed, so I need to go.
Okay, Gary.
Right, see you later, Gary.
Before I go, I'll show you this.
Wow.
Cool.
Painted my palace.
Nice.
It's looking good.
So I did the flock comes with it as well. So
Well done, Gary.
Thanks for joining, Gary. Always a pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you guys so very much. I'll catch
See you later,
later.
Mr. Evans. Take care.
Bye.
Okay. Cheers.
This episode brought to you by
Right,
Window.com.
let's get through the comments because
It's
we're
time to
already
scram.
6 minutes over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim says, "Be seeing you, Matthew." Jim says, "Jim, you'll love the follow-up series." Jim says, "Tatty by all, enjoyable chat as always." Good, good. Jim says, "Bernard, you mean John?" I thought John had frozen, and it's not. It's just stopped moving.
No, I'm trying to
David
let you
says,
get through
"Paul
the
Eddington,
comments.
you may have seen in the life."
Hmm.
Yeah, but you weren't blinking or anything. It was weird.
Shut up and get on with it.
We need the British Colonel here.
I'm nearly done yet.
Andy says, "If you like," if you like political comedy, I highly recommend Death of Stalin.
So good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jim says, "Andy Wilson, Death of Stalin is a great film." And Julian says, "Take care, Gary." Cool. So until we got partway through the comment, we were on 20. We're now on 17 viewers, which is still cool. So what have you guys been up to before we go? I mean, obviously we know Jim hasn't done anything, but
Nope, nothing yet.
he can
All right,
show us
so-
some.
You glued the wings to the Hamden, John? While
Well, yeah, we've done more than that.
wow, no, I'm
So,
impressed. Pretty good.
Oh, I just dropped a canopy. I better not roll over it. There we are.
Don't do it.
Right, so yeah, the wings are on. They weren't straight. It looked like the thing was in a right roll, like but yeah, nice gap.
Oh
in the
wow!
wing there.
Holy moly!
That's to try to and the bottom, like that's to try to
Wowie,
get the wings straight. And I'm trying to line it up with the horizontal stab as well. But it's gone. Yeah, I've done it, but I've had to break the wing, and yeah, that is a massive sort of gap in there.
yeah, that is
Well,
going to be
Villa.
quite a challenge there.
Yeah, but that's okay. The engines are on. They're painted. They're they're what are these? They're Bristol Pegasus engines, not the Harrier ones, but the earlier Pegasus engines, and like that. So next is undercarriage. Well, actually, I'll try to put a little glazing on next. It won't fit, but that's the next step is putting them on. And I do have a mask set for them, so a Montex mask set for the Hamden by Bellum. So yeah, look, tell you what, I'll leave this until we probably do this again, and I'll just make it a live build if that makes sense. I'll clean up the gaps and stuff like that, but it's together. It's looking like a Hamden. So yeah, it's a nice size. It's it's for a bomber. It's very small, very thin fuselage,
It
very
is
deep
indeed,
fuselage. Yeah. But am I enjoying it? I'm enjoying the company. Yeah. No, it's a challenge. Anyway, I'm not hating it. It's not going to go in the bin, but it's not going to have pride of place.
There was something I wanted to get to in the chat, but everyone kept talking over me whenever I tried to start speaking. Julian's found a kit of the Airfix Omnibus, 1910 Omnibus, for £15. Can you tell me where you found it, Julian? Because I can't find it at that price. If that's cool. Or can you send me the link in Discord, rather?
There you go.
That would be awesome. Right.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice, quiet end. There we go.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for coming. I hope you've enjoyed today, especially the people that are new on here. eBay. There you go. Yeah, tomorrow me and Modders will be back with the budget modeler working on our scratch builds.
Yes.
Thursday, me and John will be back. Whether Mr. Morris is back, I'm not sure. It depends on family commitments. But if not, we'll figure something out when we jump. We always do.
Oh, we'll work. Lots of things to work on. I'll be quite happy to sit here and talk with people.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
nothing else.
We'll just do a creative Thursday again if we have to.
Sure, why not? What the heck?
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll talk to Gary.
Yes. We shall beat him round the head until he admits what he wants to do. Doors open. Yeah, and then Friday we've got the interview with Malcolm. So we'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. if you're available. So yeah.
Well, thank you for having me once again, and everyone have a nice day and Tuesday morning now for you, John.
Yeah, it's 2:12. I'm getting up. The bus leaves at 8:30, so yeah.
John, you could have said you, June. We could have done without you. You should have said we could have done without you.
No, I'd rather be here. Like
You can sleep on the bus on the way to the air museum, right?
Yeah, but he'd
Speaking
lose
of
his
which-
eyebrows and everything then.
it's not like a Hercules.
It's a load of veterans.
Yeah.
He's going to come back with white hair and no eyebrows.
No, I think most of our volunteers at the Air Museum love aviation, but don't know anything about it. That's what it comes down to. There's a couple of very knowledgeable people, but there's a great group of enthusiastic people, and there's a bit of a difference.
Yeah,
we love answering all the questions they have, because truth is sometimes either more boring or stranger than fiction.
Yeah.
True. Yes, very much.
I'll shut up, Mikey. Let's wrap this up.
And on that note, she'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.